Good evening, Honorable Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. My name is Gabriel Luneau, and this message is for you. I have a confidence for you. This is my first time ever English video. I'm from Quebec, just like you, but if I want to become a good messenger, like you need to become a good Prime Minister, I need both languages. So please, give me a chance. And I have another confidence for you. Since the beginning of your electoral campaign, I often compared you with Obama. Like the big messiah, the big savior that arrives, young and charismatic, with big promises and hope and change that is here to save us. But that will do nothing more than good speeches. I was saying that even if you had the best intentions in the world, you have a rope around the neck and you can't do nothing because your bosses up there don't want to. I was basically saying that change cannot happen by those who are there, so it doesn't change. You know? Because we know more and more that we alternate between one wing and another of the same bird that is going straight to a wall. But on another side, we often blame me that I was not giving you any chance. So today I decided that I will give it to you. Yeah, buddy. Let's come back to the speech that you made at the Assembly of First Nations. You have been warmly welcomed by indigenous people at this speech. They really put their trust into your hands. You've made a lot of big promises, and I judge that if you've planned to respect them, you can already respect them. There's already a lot of things that you can do in link with the promises that you made that only requires a single signature or a decision. Things that need to be solved right now. Let's listen back to a couple parts of your speech, just for fun.
No relationship is more important to me and to Canada than the one with First Nations, Métis Nation and Inuit peoples. Nous dirons la vérité. Si nous faisons des erreurs, comme en font tous les gouvernements, nous les reconnaîtrons et nous en tirerons des leçons importantes. Where measures are found to be in conflict with your rights, where they are inconsistent with the principles of good governance, or where they simply make no public policy sense, we will rescind them. Nous pouvons faire des progrès significatifs et immédiats dans les dossiers qui comptent le plus pour vos communautés, comme la protection de nos terres, de nos eaux, et de l'air. Il serait tout simplement inacceptable d'en faire moins.
All I want to know, Justin, is if what you're saying is true. What are you waiting for to answer the demand of many groups, including indigenous representatives? Those groups wrote you a letter last 9 December, since more than a month, in which they were asking you to suspend the approval of the inversion of Enbridge Pipeline 9B that carries up to 240,000 barrels per day from west to Montreal. This pipeline was first built in 1975 and was made to carry natural gas that has a completely different consistence than tar sands that we actually carry. It's also crossing major sources of water, like the Ottawa River that is the source of drinkable water for like 2.5 million people. This is serious shit. By the way, big shout out to the activists that locked themselves at the valve of the Pipeline 9B. They did it twice since the beginning of the operations. You are real warriors. Thank you so much, you are an example for all of us. Gratitude. So Justin, if what you're saying is true, what are you waiting for to honor the Anishinaabe community's request to stop the controversial Zibi multi-use development at Chaudière Falls in the spirit of reconciliation and to respect the fact that these lands are unceded Anishinaabe territory? This has been a gathering and a healing place for indigenous communities from east to west coast for more than 5,000 years. They made this request and even signed a petition for that this land becomes a public land and not a private land. This petition was in circulation even before your election. Justin, if what you're saying is true, what are you waiting for to answer to the letter written by so-called BC First Nation leaders, asking you to stop a major liquefied natural gas project from being built adjacent to juvenile salmon rearing habitat in Lelu Island? This demand has been made for more than 2 months. And finally, Justin, if what you're saying is true, what are you waiting for to honor the demand made by the Union of BC Indian Chiefs, made 6 days ago, where they are urging the provincial and federal governments to immediately cease proceeding with the proposed Site C dam until such time as the Site C court proceedings are complete and the Site C dam proposal is properly reviewed by the BC Utilities Commission. A week ago, the RCMP even made 3 arrests of peaceful protesters that were occupying their lands. That is an unceded territory and that they have all the rights to occupy.
Et la protection de nos terres, de nos eaux et de l'air. Il serait tout simplement inacceptable d'en faire moins.
It's not good to lie. Respect your promises. So Justin, if all that you're saying is true, it will be time that you do something about it, don't you think? Personally, I don't have any hope, but I will be nicely surprised to see you collaborate. Maybe under the pressure you'll tell yourself, oh, I'll keep them to keep my good image. Just kidding, don't worry. But yeah, I learned to judge by actions and not good speeches.
Nous dirons la vérité. Si nous faisons des erreurs, comme en font tous les gouvernements, nous les reconnaîtrons et nous en tirerons des leçons importantes.
You know, just like me, that he won't do anything, and you know that, like I said, that it's not his fault and he have a rope around the neck. Anyways, real reconciliations cannot happen by governments. It only can happen by the people. It's the duty of each and every one of us to educate themselves on colonialism and to do their best to act in the interests of all peoples and of all living beings, instead of colonial government and destructive corporations. To rely on our government to educate ourselves about this will be a little bit like jailers who will rely on a jail guard to give them the keys or tell them the way to get out of the prison. It's the jailers that need to find a way out. For whoever we vote, we always vote for the continuity of the system. And yet we are expecting good results. This makes no sense, because our liberty, our sovereignty is inside each and every one of us. You cannot ask for freedom, because if you need someone to give you freedoms, you're not free. We only can incarnate our freedom, be conscious of it and apply it. We don't need a piece of paper to tell us that we are free. Because when we are born, we are already free, but we learn that we are not. We give us a birth certificate that tell you that you don't belong to yourself, you belong to the government. Time has come to unlearn and relearn. We have always had these rights. Nature has always had these rights. It's only to us to reaffirm them and to reject oppressive and colonial laws, the laws that goes against life itself, because we are life. We are the children of Mother Earth, sent right at this exact crucial moment to decide what we will do and to make the earth green again, to protect it and to bring balance back. It's to each and every one of us to realize our mission, our duty, and to accomplish it as best as we can. Also, big shout out to Unistoten camp in Wet'suwet'en territory in so-called BC that are occupying their territory since 6 years now to prevent the Chevron company to pass and to pass the pipeline. Many times they have almost been arrested by RCMP, so Justin, I hope you won't send them back soon. And that you take off the rights of Chevron company to do its projects, because they have absolutely no rights to do it. The camp spokesperson Frida Yusen is really inspiring. I met her a month ago, and this time she's going from a place to another to make links between people and to make them realize the importance of occupying their ancestral territories, to protect them, obviously. So yeah, I must admit I love her, I love them, and they need our support all year round. Never forget that we are 99% that want to protect the earth and the human rights. They are not even 1% that want to protect it and keep us slaves. The power of the people is stronger than the people in power. So you listening to that video, share it as most as possible before it goes to the ears of Justin. And I just want to let you know that this video is not to make sure that Justin will keep his promises. It's more a proof that he doesn't. Give your support to Landkeepers, see the links in the description, and protect it you too, so life can continue. We don't fight for nature, we are nature, taking back its rights. We are future, we are humanity, we are nature, we are unity, and we are one. Return to the sources, power to the people, vote for nobody. Free yourself to free the world. Our revolution, so awaited, is arrived, and it's green!
Nous dirons la vérité.